Hey guys!
Hey,
Welcome to Between the Darkness.
we're two silly gooses.
What was that name that they used instead of asshole in that video we watched?
I don't know.
We're just a couple of I forgot the word, bitch.
Selena Spooky Boo said it, right? Or was it Calm and Chris?
Call me Chris is her sister.
Oh, I
But she
didn't
doesn't
watch it,
cuss.
remember? I was taking a
Oh.
shit.
She doesn't cuss, so she said something else. I was
Oh.
like, that's us.
Oh, man. Hey, guys. Well, we're back at it again on Between the Darkness. And guess what day it is?
It's 2 days after my birthday, but it's still birthday celebration. I always sound like Blue's Clues when I do that shit.
Go lower.
Too low.
Yeah, bro, it's nice. Sight. Suck these nuts.
Man.
So you might hear a little of crinkling. We have
No, we are not reheating leftovers.
we're not popping popcorn.
This is actually a table runner that I got for Christina.
Yes, he decorated the whole apartment, him and Greg, to look like Dolly Parton threw up in here, and I love it.
It's Dolly on the walls, pink balloons, glittery balloons, Dolly's big ass wig and her beautiful face
Yeah,
in one
she's coming
corner.
home with me.
It's a vibe, and there's a table runner that's like that poly, and it's like crunkly, and it's like holographic, and then
And
it
it
says,
says,
"What would Dolly do?"
Jinx. Dolly's signature.
Butterflies and sparkles. You know the
Her
set
face.
the set you can get at Walmart. We got that.
Sponsors.
Are you sure you want that? You were bitching about them last.
Oh, Walmart.
Yeah.
Money's money.
Listen, Walmart, if you can refund all the money that you made Christina lose, then we'll be okay. But besides that, Dolly, we love you. Homegirl, she's there serving up them books to them kids. Work.
I'm going to live by that motto now. WW. What is it? What would Dolly do?
It's right here on the napkin. WWW. But, oh, WWDD. WWDD. What would Dolly do?
What would Dolly do?
In a world of Jolene's, be a Dolly. We have a coasters. What does yours say?
I beg your pardon. And then there's one that says, it's hard being a diamond in a world full of rhinestones.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Miss Dolly Parton. Ugh.
And then Cup of Ambition.
Cup of Ambition. Yeah, I got her a bunch of stickers too that came with that, or didn't come with, that were with the whole selection, and she like decorated her laptop.
Yeah, I just smacked them on there.
Yeah, her laptop that's like slowly losing life.
Might as well. It goes with the pink too because it's rose gold.
So it's a vibe.
And then you got me a little Dolly platter.
Oh yes, even though it's broken.
And then glasses. Oh, I should have been wearing them right now.
Oops. You didn't even put them on when you walked in. They've been
I
sitting there the whole
know.
time. And I'm like, did I just waste money on that for nothing?
Well, because I'm blind as shit.
Glasses on glasses. What else did we get you?
Oh, I can wear them when I'm like swimming and stuff because I don't wear my glasses. Even though it won't serve any purpose except for that it's cool and pink.
A pink Dolly World.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got her
Fuck
Gifty.
Barbie when you have Dolly.
Yeah. This is the country Barbie. Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I was honestly, because it took a minute to answer the door, I thought they were fucking.
Oh my god.
I was just like, okay. I was going to text and be like, can you come let me in first?
Can you pull Greg's tongue out of your ass and come into the door?
And then as soon as I walked in, I was like, immediately hit with pink, which, ooh. It I hate when your thing does it. It scares me.
No.
My heart, like, drops into my ass.
Where Greg's tongue is.
Where Greg's tongue is in yours. Because his apartment's already, like, Halloween themed. Consistently. So it was interesting to have this big-ass pink shit everywhere. I was just like, oh my god, I love
Yeah, guys, if you get the Dolly balloon set for the arch, there are 43 balloons. Yeah, and I blew all of them up by mouth. My lips were burning like crazy. I've never felt a mouth pain like that after blowing so much. So be
Yeah,
grateful.
that's why back in the day, I think I still have it. I have a balloon pump, so my hand just gets really worked.
I use my most strongest accessory.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay. We could run a really good brothel.
Yeah, I know. I get told my hand jobs are amazing.
Yeah, you have very smooth hands.
I do. And
then
I can go
there's-
slow and fast and double. And all right, anyway. Just get this ready for
She's
today.
all popping. She's all. Well, gotta get back to work.
Well, I gotta get back to my 9 to 5.
Gotta churn that buddy.
Work. It's hard to keep a living.
Pour herself a cup of ambition.
I cannot. We've been laughing so much, like my body and my face hurt. We were playing DVD earlier.
Oh my god.
It was just so funny. I like almost pissed myself on your couch that one. It was so funny. Anyway.
So much was happening. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so we decided to make another list of things we wanted to talk about on this episode. If you guys are just listening in and y'all didn't listen to the previous BTD, basically this is just an in-between, between the darkness of basically us from cases, paranormal, strange, and spooky stuff. And basically it's just us two silly gooses shooting the shit and living life. Unfortunately, today we are not in Christina's RV. We are in my apartment as we surprise decorated. So, the sound may be a little different. You may not hear birds in the background. Just saying.
Well, in the future too, they will not be there. You will probably hear the dog going, though, in the background. Today, though, it'll probably be Jupiter snoring. I don't know if he's in here.
No, I think he's under the bed with Greg.
Okay.
And Winter's in there too.
I love them.
They're so cute. Anyways, so is there anything you wanted to pull off that little list that you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Let's talk about our favorite movie.
Ooh, what do you mean?
It says name your favorite movie.
Like right now, should we?
Let's do current and all time.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Either one.
Okay, let's do all-time favorite. No, let's just do current right now. You go.
Current right now.
Yes.
Oh man, there's not really anything out that's really good.
Sorry.
Yeah, drink that water. I'm looking forward to the Nun movie.
Oh yeah, the second one that's supposed to come out. I don't know, Halloween or no, September?
September something.
I mean, it is
6?
September now.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I will say that movie and Sinister were the only ones that ever got me to jump. I usually laugh at horror movies, but I was not expecting a few scenes, and that was
so
like
interesting. People hate the Nun, that like the Conjuring universe. They hate it.
Yeah,
I'm like, why?
it's so creepy. I showed my grandma because she didn't know what it was, so I showed her the commercial, and she was like, "The Nun hasn't popped up yet," and I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, they were subtly showing you stuff, but you've never seen the first one, so you didn't know who it looked like. I should have showed you who they were first." And so then I showed her the Nun, and then she wanted to see what she looked like in real life, and she goes, "Oh, she looks the same." But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that movie. But really, nothing is going. Movies are out right now that really get me like excited. I mean, we did see Renfield for your birthday in June, and that was actually pretty funny. That's my currents. I can't really think of anything else. What's yours?
Currently, my favorite film right now has to probably be because we just watched it and watched a bunch of reaction videos to it because that's what we do. Is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Oh my god, no. A current movie like that's out right now or coming out.
Oh, ew, ugh, nothing.
Because if we're doing that, then
Well, I mean, how can you say your favorite movie if you haven't seen The Nun yet?
that's true.
Period. Batch.
Period. Well, if we're going that far back where you can bring up Pirates of the Caribbean, Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Well, anyways, I'm
Whatever.
only saying that because it's currently in my mindset flowing today
I
right
did
now.
see it on your YouTube
Yeah.
watch list.
So if you go by that standard, what would you say yours is in?
Um,
Like, it's flowing and you're thinking about it and it pops up in your daily life, maybe. Not daily, but like...
you know, I'll probably get pushback for this, but it popped in my head like at least twice last month. It's that Silent Night movie that we watched with Hopper.
Oh my god, I love that
I
movie!
know,
I
so
forgot about
good.
it!
Yeah, I was thinking about it because a commercial or something for Home Alone came on, and I immediately thought of
A little
Silent-
girl with
Yeah.
little traps. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie. That was such a good movie. Okay, I'm changing my answer to that one.
And then I was like, when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I have to remember to put that on our to watch this Christmas list.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that damn movie.
So that's like my new, like, that's my Christmas movie. So that and The Grinch I have to watch. The one with Jim Carrey, of course.
So good. Oh my god, at my job they put up the stupid thing in the other section where they pick orders. Anyways, on the board they're like, "What's your favorite hollow or fall film?" And someone put Surfs Up. I'm like,
What the
that's so
fuck?
fucking random.
And it
Everyone's
sucks.
like, everyone's like, Hocus Pocus, or what is it? Halloween Town, or like,
Oh yeah, Halloween Town for
what's
sure.
Nightmare Before Christmas, and then fucking
Yeah.
randomly in blue, Surfs Up. I'm
They
like-
put it in
I was
blue
like,
too.
what the fuck is that? As I was walking
That's
by,
not a fall movie.
That's so random. I'm like, okay,
Dumbass.
low key, I love them for that.
That's amazing. Love.
Yeah. Okay, now, okay, so I said Pirates of the Caribbean, but I changed it to Silent Night. Oh man, the fucking guy just getting fucked up by all of those nails.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then the bitch that got her fucking hair ripped out.
I know. Oh God, and you get to see it. Ah, so good.
The little girl swinging those balls at her from the rubber thing. That was
Love.
ridiculous. She's just hitting them out the way.
I fucking love it.
Okay.
I love that it had everything. It had humor. It had gore. It was wholesome, but it was also like the family fucking hating each other.
I know.
It was great.
And I loved seeing John Leguizamo in there too.
Mhm.
He's a
Yeah,
good actor.
he's-
It's good seeing him in there in movies. Okay.
I hate that he always plays a villain a lot of times.
Usually,
Yeah.
he's either like an anti-hero sort of character. Like, I forgot, what was that movie with what is it? Ice Cube and Mike Epps. And it's this movie where they're trying to get, what was it? Ice Cube? No, Cedric the Entertainer and Mike Epps, where they're trying to get money, and like he plays like this guy that's siphoning gas, and they catch him, but he's like a dude that like works between, gets like, he's kind of like a little rat or something like that, but he works with them to get deals and stuff, whatever. I forgot what else, but he was in John Wick, and he also played like a car dealer guy that like helps the guys like sell the car, get rid of it, and give them money for it. Chop
Love.
chop guy. Anyways, okay, all-time favorite movie. Do you want me to think on it, or do you have one?
Oh, I always have one. This
Okay,
is my all-time
go
favorite
ahead.
movie. Grease. The first
Oh,
one.
I was thinking about it. I was like, what horror movie is called Grease?
No.
I was thinking like The Blob or something.
Unfortunately, don't know why, but musicals in my like heart go above horror. I
Hmm.
don't know why. I love musicals, and I love Grease, and I've watched it like a trillion million times.
I'm surprised we put the Genetic Opera isn't up there.
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a musical and it's spooky. It has both of them. But it's not my all-time favorite. It's probably my top five.
Yeah, there are some parts where I'm like, okay, Alexa Vega, we get it.
There's some parts that I did have to like after a while like skip through. I was like, oh.
Every part with the Repo Man, which I'm sure I'm getting a lot of flack from a bunch of the alternative kids out there, but the Repo Man's whole part was so boring to me. They're like, oh my god, we all love Giles. He's so hot. Giles from Buffy. Giles. And I'm like, this
Child.
guy literally looks like he smells like curdled cottage cheese.
Yes.
No. I'm sorry. Like, y'all are probably the same people who have, like, a crush on, what is it? The guy who plays Loki, Tom Hiddleston, to Benedict Cumbersnatch, and, who else? And,
So the
Pete
skinny white boy?
Davidson. Like, y'all all like those sickly looking fuckers, and I'm like, ugh.
Okay, I will say I do like me a little bit of Loki, but it's more for his humor. I don't know what it is, but I love a
I
funny
will
guy.
admit, I like his humor, but I'm not attracted to it. Like, he could rail me with his horned helmet or whatever. No, it's like, you're funny. Stay away.
You can fuck me at night.
Honestly, like everyone else, though, the best character in that whole show was the alligator. The little gator Loki.
Yeah. Not the little boy holding him.
No.
Because
He
the little
he
shit
looked like
was
another
annoying.
sickly Victorian kid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the alligator.
So Grease. Interesting. Who's your favorite Grease character? Is it Sandy?
I do love me some Sandy, but
Sandy Cheeks?
Sandy
From
Cheeks.
SpongeBob.
I do love her.
Oh my god, you never
I-
noticed me as a tween, so I'm gonna become a smoking
Woman.
slut.
That's the only thing I don't like is that I felt like she had
To
changed
change
herself
herself to
for
get
a
a
man.
guy. And then
But
they
at the
floated
same
away
time,
in a car.
The man did do the same thing. He tried to change himself for her. The concept of it is really nice, but I don't like the act of it. But, I mean, there are also theories out there that none of that was real and it was all in their mind and they actually died at
Yeah,
the beginning of the film. So,
they're all in comas.
during the street race or something like that. I don't know. But apparently they die.
I've heard theories about that too. They're like the dark theories and whatnot. I haven't read them, but I've seen them, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't like Grease. So next,
Sandy.
the only reason I know of
Tell me
fucking
about
Grease
Sandy.
is because of well, it's because obviously that fucking infamous song where they're singing to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But or not infamous, famous song. But RuPaul on AJ and the Queen. It's a Netflix little show that came up that never got renewed. But anyways, RuPaul dressed up as Sandy and was singing along to the little girl that dressed up as what's his name? And it was super cute. And I was like,
John
"Aw."
Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta's character. What's his name?
I
I always thought
Danny.
his name was Grease.
No, it's because they're grease monkeys. Because they work on cars.
Yeah.
Which they don't. There's one scene, and they're doing a musical number.
My eye's twitching. Look.
Yeah. It's been doing that. You need less caffeine, my friend. More sleep.
I've only eat and sleep and shit. Well, maybe I need to stop shitting.
Yeah, definitely today. It's been stressing you.
What else is it? Okay, my all-time favorite movie. Well, I have an all-time favorite show, but I already talked about it more than enough. I'm stuck between two, and they always pop up in my brain. Well, technically three.
Hit me.
Okay, can you guess the first one? It's a tween movie. Spawns a lot of goths.
Oh my god, The Craft.
Yes.
Because it's amazing.
The Craft has always held a place in my heart when I discovered it when I was 13 years old. You should see that DVD disc. Grrr,
Dude,
ran through.
we would be on the bus watching that shit.
Yeah.
On a little, yeah. And then when we were at your house, we were watching it. And then I would borrow it and I'd watch it at my house.
Then she'd be like, okay, now I want another disc.
I just remember the scene. It's always in my head, lives rent free, where she does the magic trick and she changes her eye color.
Oh, yes. You wanted
And
to
she
do
was
that
all
so
like,
bad.
there you go. And they're like, what? And she's like, my eyes are blue.
Oh,
Another-
subtle.
And then she's like,
But
oh, okay, hold on. And
You
then
want
she
something
changes her hair color.
Bigger.
And I'm like, I want to do that.
I love the scene where she's like, well, what do you want? She's like, I want a smaller ass.
Oh my gosh.
What is it?
And then what's
okay.
the other one?
The other one is you did a musical with it in high school. You and your theater group did the musical.
Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
Oh. Oh, we did a musical. Midnight Summer Dream.
It's astounding.
Oh, we did do Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is such a good one.
The one musical I cannot deny myself.
I know. It's one of my top 5s.
Oh my god.
That's my second.
When I see Frankenfurter's heels in that elevator, I'm just like,
Yes.
dead. Like, dead and realived and dead again. And then
Dead,
he spins around
reanimated.
in that fierce look with that lip. And those curls. How do you do?
In the scary movie universe, is there like one movie that you just like fucking love? Because I do. Like my example.
Oh, yes. Okay, go ahead. You go first.
I mean, we both know that I'm here for Daddy Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
He is my favorite killer. I don't know why, which I just think is ironic because he's a baddie. But anyways, I love Dream Warriors.
Ooh,
The third one.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
That's
I
one
could
of my
watch it 1,000
coworkers'
times.
favorite movie, too. She has a word that says, The Warrior.
Yeah, I have one. It doesn't fit anymore, but I look at it and I go, I'm going to get Sunny just so I can wear that shirt again because I love it.
We'll get
a
there,
good movie.
babes. We'll get there.
It's a great movie. I love it. That's in my scary movie, like, you know, of the quote class, not even classics, because classics would be like the first Dracula, Creatures of the Black Lagoon, you know, Regeneration, like They Live, like those kinds. But I guess like 90s classics.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
For horror?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excluding The Craft and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Avi. Well, I have to bring this one up just because every time I think of like a horror character of some sort or anything of that manner, and I'm always like, "Ugh, why aren't they including this specific one?" And because I had a nightmare, not nightmare of it, I woke up in the middle of the night and it spooked the shit out of me, my bag, because of it. But The Grudge.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
of Kayako. I just, the amount of times that I would just replay that in
Nightmares.
school, just,
Oh,
just gives
mine
me chills.
was pulling that scene where the guy's brushing his teeth and he goes back into the back of his throat and he finds a piece of hair and he starts pulling it and it just keeps coming. I've never gagged. That made me gag. And then the next day I went to go brush my teeth and I was just like,
If I feel a fucking hair.
yeah, I was like,
If I feel a tickle.
I'm gonna scream.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely one of the top ones that I would say, and I always bring it up because like I said, I had that I just watched it the night before and I was thinking about it, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and then like I used to sleep with a nightlight on because that's when I was going through my hardcore like discovery of horror and whatnot, and then next thing you know, like I rolled over and then I see this white little piece with black around it, and then I'm like, oh fuck. And then I was like, she's in my room. Well, maybe she won't move and do anything. She'll just leave or something like that. So I just closed my eyes and I slowly rolled over. And then I'm just laying there. And then I'm just like, I couldn't sleep without knowing that she's still there. And then I like slowly peeked back over and it was still there. Just this white, a strip. And then like this black. And I kept seeing it. And then I was like, wait a minute. And I went and smacked it. And it was my fucking backpack leaning against my desk next to my bed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I swear the heart attack I was having in that moment. I was like, you dumb bitch. Because my bag was like a gray and black bag, so it had like a gray like bend to it and material, and then black around the edge. It just spooked me because at night and just seeing that in the corner is just ugh.
I hate it. I don't know if you've ever done this when you were like in high school, but there on the weekends I would fall asleep in the living room. And we had basic TV back in the day, you know. It would turn off after a certain time and it would just be static. And I would wake up and I would be scared shitless all because of the Ring.
The fucking Ring.
Yeah.
You know, I watched that movie too late after The Grudge that when I watched it, the effects of the deer and then the water and then all that other shit, I was just like, are we done yet? I mean, don't get me wrong, the crawling up the row was like nasty, but that's about it.
Well, the thing that would get me was whenever I would wake up from my dream, the first thing I see was the TV doing that. And I was having nightmares at the time of their death after I saw the wrinkled faces. And so I would wake up and all I would see is the static TV. And I would like look at the phone immediately and I'm like, don't call me.
I didn't mean to watch.
I'm not going to answer.
So yeah, definitely The Grudge for me for horror films because it set such a bar
Yeah.
with like an iconic sound.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, obviously people were like sending that sound to people through like clips, and then like they'd call and then they'd play that, and people would be like, ah! And I just loved watching that shit.
Bitch, you would do that to me.
I would.
We'd be on the phone together. I'm like, hey, Stefan, how's it going? So are you gonna tell me anything?
What do you want?
Did you just call me to make that sound?
Okay, well, call me back when you're done.
Okay. Well, call me later. Bye.
Boop.
And immediately call me back.
Bitch,
Like,
did you just hang up on me?
Bitch, you just hang up. Yes, I'm gonna do it again. Thanks.
And okay, so then my third film that I had lined up was The Craft, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and since it's like my childhood.
Yeah, burp.
And because it is my childhood and it's been there since forever, and when I was younger, I always used to say anything that was pretty, I used to relate it back to this film. The movie I'm talking about is Selena.
Oh my god, yes. I love. You know, I couldn't bring myself to watch the TV series.
Me neither. I didn't want to watch that. Not to be rude, but she does not physically fit or look like Selena.
And I heard it was more based on the parents or like the family, not her.
Yeah. So, no, we're good. We care about Selena, not the family.
Yeah.
Sorry, she died. Y'all didn't, so get over it. And y'all let her die. Not to, okay, if anyone's wondering about that whole thing, why I'm so against this, is they could have saved her. All she needed was a, blood transfusion. And, Abraham said no, because it's against their, family values and their religious beliefs, and it's in God's hands. And so then she went.
Yeah.
So, Abraham, I have a grudge against you. And, yeah.
Well, I mean, it could all have been handled properly if instead of bringing her in, they called the cops. And not try to deal with it themselves. They should have just called the cops and turned her in.
Exactly, instead of letting Selena go to that whole situation.
Yeah, she shouldn't have had to deal with that.
They should have gotten lawyers on the spot, arrested that bitch the moment she was stealing. Sorry, not sorry.
He had all this evidence pile up. Anyways,
So yeah,
it's a
Selena.
great movie.
It's like how every time we bring up Selena, we go straight to the drama.
Yeah, I love her.
Every Mexican family goes straight to the drama. We get so mad just because the whole situation was mishandled. Anyways, Selena is the movie.
Selena is life.
Yeah, when I was younger, whenever I would like say something pretty, um, I would be like, oh my god, let me go get my Selena shoes, or oh my god, I got Selena legs, or oh my god, I love Selena, or something Selena, because that's what I related to beautiful. When I was like 4 or 5, I would always just say
Oh my
Selena
god,
this, Selena
so
that.
cute.
Because Selena
You're looking
was
Selena's.
Selena's. And loved it. I was obsessed with Selena. I would love Selena so much that I had a dream that I'd gotten tickets. And of course, I was a kid, so I would get had animal crackers. And on the side, you know how it looked like a little animal or like a ticket for a circus
Yeah.
on the old boxes. Well, in my brain, I thought that was a concert ticket. And then I was like, oh my god, somebody gave me 4 tickets to a Selena concert. And then I woke up and I was like, Mom, we're going to Selena concert. And she's like, what do you mean? Selena was already dead by then.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, we're going to Selena concert. They gave me tickets, but I gotta find them. And I went looking through like boxes and stuff and I just couldn't find it. And I just sat there and then I was like, where did those tickets go?
I hate when dreams are so vivid that you think they're real.
Mm-hmm.
I've had fights with people.
And my mom was like, okay, we're going to a Selena concert. She just accepted
She's
me.
like, okay.
And then in my head, I'm like, yeah, let me go look for the tickets. Never found those damn fucking tickets that said circus on it for some reason. And then at the bottom, like a whole paragraph of Selena. But I was like 4 or 5, and I just remember vividly getting these tickets and sitting in a crowd at like a circus, and then like getting tickets to a Selena concert. And I'm like, yeah, I saw her. We're gonna go to her concert. I'm taking you guys. Obsessed.
Ditto. Still obsessed.
Honestly, though. So yeah, that's my favorite. But if I had to pick a film, out of those 3, The Craft. It's got teenage drama. It's got magic in it. It's got gods. It's got angst. It's got drama. It's got whole like girls handling
It's like the first Mean Girls.
yeah, it's like
Love.
the film. And
Oh yeah, let me throw that in there. Mean Girls is a good movie too.
it is.
Oh my god, can we record on October 3rd? And wear pink.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
On Wednesdays we wear pink. Unfortunately, we're not wearing pink. We're surrounded by it, but it's not even a Wednesday.
I know.
It's a Saturday.
How fortunate. So yeah, that's mine. Okay, so since we're on the movie thing, what is your Harry Potter house, Christina?
Oh my gosh, you are looking at a one and only out of everyone I know, Hufflepuff.
A Hufflepuff.
Yes. Even though yellow is my hated color, but it is my house.
I hate yellow too.
I know.
God, it's so hideous. That and orange.
Well, and then the quiz I did take one time, it did say that majority of me was Hufflepuff, but a little bit of me was Ravenclaw. So look, I got a little Raven in me.
Okay. Got a little bit of the brains in your
Yeah.
head in the stars a little bit.
Just a little. But, you know, and the more that I looked up Hufflepuff stuff, it does make a lot of sense.
You're aggressively defensive over your friends. What else is it? They're
I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I looked it up.
strong sense of justice, loyalty, patience, and a
I'm
propensity for hard work.
I'm very patient. And then what's Ravenclaw? Because I'm a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little bit Alexis. I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit of a Ravenclaw.
Prized learning, wisdom, wit, and intellect.
I guess a little. I guess it's true for a little because
I mean,
not that smart.
you're not done learning. You're still learning.
I mean, I did just graduate finally, but I didn't graduate with what I wanted. But it's, a degree's a degree. Still working on my business.
Do it, girl. You go, girl.
You go, Glen Coco, you go.
Go.
Okay, what about you? What's yours? I already know it. And it fits you so well.
Okay, I'm sure all of you already know, but I am a Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Okay, so I took a test several times, and like 4 out of 5 times I got like 100% Slytherin.
But that one, you got a little bit of...
Ravenclaw.
Yeah. I think that's where we're like...
We join.
Yeah.
Join hands.
I just find it hilarious that we don't have any Gryffindor in us.
Yeah, no.
No, and I'm okay with that.
Me too. I don't need that
I don't need that fake big dick energy.
Yeah, we're good.
Good.
We're good. We're
We're good.
We're not here for the what are they called? Those little
Chodes.
There you go. We're not here for those. We take the dicks as they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll handle what we got.
Okay, so traits of a Slytherin is they're cunning, they're ambitious, resourcefulness, they're loyal, arrogant, judgmental, and resourceful.
All you. All you, babe. I can see why it would be 100%.
Yes.
Except for that one. I think it was because you were hanging out with me maybe that day. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
probably.
And I rubbed off a little.
Just a little bit. So yeah, and then the little bit of Ravenclaw, you already know what it is. So yeah, it was like 4% fucking Ravenclaw.
Mine was like, I want to say it was in the 30s.
Oh.
For 2 tests, I think I took like 3. And then on the third one, it was less. It was like 12. And I was like, I guess my brain cells are dying the more I take this test.
And then I was like, well, I mean, maybe I am Ravenclaw. Then I was like, but I'm not a learner. I'm like brain dead.
I am. I do love school.
Can't
I just hate that school costs lots of money now.
Okay, I do like learning, but it's very aloof stuff. I don't like learning like necessary subjects.
You're like, I want to learn how to do makeup, not how atoms work.
Exactly. I want to learn how to what's something that needs to be cured?
Cancer?
No, I don't want to learn how to cure that. I want to learn how to cure toothaches.
I was gonna say Keurig, a coffee.
I want a Keurig. I don't want to cure cancer. I want a Keurig.
I want a Keurig. Yes, I want to make coffee. Fuck cancer, but I don't. I want to make coffee.
Yeah. Or what is it? I want to cure. I want to help everyone with the intense and displeasing disorder of having random erections. I don't want to cure people who
You're like,
have cancer.
I'll do the hard work that it takes to cure your erectile dysfunction problems.
Wink, wink.
Got you.
I have prostate cancer. I can't help either.
I can tickle it.
I'll scratch that. I'll scratch your polyp. Oh my gosh. What the fuck is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, now you pick one.
Okay. All right. He's a 10 butt.
Oh my god.
I love this. We should have wrote some out.
I know. Okay, he's a 10, but he exudes big dick energy, but he's not really big. He's like 4 inches tops.
Then he's really a 6, but he'll get us into stuff.
Yeah.
And I do like a strong top. Ayo.
It depends if he can work it.
Yeah. If you're like 3-second Tom, you're out. Can't.
Not to like shame anyone with like a small pee
Oh, yeah,
or
no,
anything like that. If you learn how to work it and you can work them fingers and that tongue magic, you're sold.
Yeah.
Game
That's
over.
that's husband.
And don't be afraid to show off your goods out in public because nobody really cares. You're just gonna be like, ha, and then keep moving on.
Yeah. Just, don't give unwanted.
Yeah, just don't go flashing people.
Because that's kind of what you're telling them to do.
Well, I mean, like, say, like, I don't know, you're hanging out with friends and they're all going skinny dipping or something like that. Not that your friends should be going skinny dipping.
I mean, I did have people like that in high school.
You did?
And they were skinny dipping in front of me. And then they were like, Christina, you should come in and you should do it too. And I was like,
There are microbes in there.
Not only that, but y'all aren't even good looking.
You're like,
Y'all don't need to be seeing this.
wink, wink.
I was like, I mean,
Y'all don't deserve this.
I'm just going to, I guess, watch you guys.
I'll make sure your clothes are safe.
Yeah. I got to stay
Side-eye.
dry. My grandma's going to pick me up. Just kidding. Side eye.
Okay, you do one.
All right. He's a 10.
Okay.
But his front teeth are missing.
He's an 8.
He gives velvet rub
Okay, so here's the thing.
His teeth
Does
come
that
out.
work for females? I mean, I guess so. He could, like, go back and forth with his gums up and down.
Sucking on the titties.
My gosh. Okay, so he's a 2.
he's a 2. Because he's probably inbred. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Okay, so is it a cleft palate sort of situation, or is it just
No.
he's missing the teeth?
Missing.
Like he had an accident or something?
No.
Oh, he's just wasn't born with teeth in the front?
Or they just rotted out.
Oh.
You don't know, you're just fucking him.
Am I? You sure?
You're drunk enough at a party when you're 16. Just
Am
kidding.
I?
I'm sounding
You
like...
sure? What do I feel like? Is this trauma you're telling me? Did
No.
this happen? Christina. He can't hide. He's only got side teeth. He doesn't have front. We can find him.
I'm sure that profile would be found like that. Well, not only that, but I mean, by now he could have gotten like, what are they called? Veneers.
Or like, what are those
He's probably like
implants?
the hottest fucking man on earth now.
You can only get so far.
Oh my gosh, what if you were dating someone
They're a 10.
and they're 10? They're perfect, but their teeth are really, really, really fucked up. And
So
one
me
day,
and
no, I knew you were going to say that. Your teeth are not bad. And then one day he decides to get veneers. So he goes to like Mexico or whatever.
Uh-huh. He gets
And
those horse teeth.
yeah, no, he gets his teeth, filed down so he can get his veneers. But they say that he has to wait a while for it to heal. So now you're with the guy with these tiny little nubs. And he's feeling horny and he wants to go down on you.
Brown bag special. I'm sorry. Brown bag special.
It still
I am
counts.
not trying to see that. Brown bag special. I'm sorry. Sonic bag, warmer bag, suffocation bag. If you want it, you're gonna have to like work through that. I'm not trying to see
Oh
that.
my gosh.
I'm sorry.
But you love this person.
Yeah. Through a bag. Or you're getting those bug tooth I bought from fucking Walmart and shoving those bitches over yours.
Oh my god. Getting some vampire plastic ones from Walmart.
But it's Halloween.
I'm here to suck your dick.
Gumming the shit out of those, and not you. Keep falling out.
Gross.
Your fang inserted somewhere.
No, I would be like, okay, well, pleasure yourself. We cannot see each other until your teeth are fixed.
Oh my gosh. Okay. He's a 10, but he's a serial killer.
Which one?
He's just a serial killer.
Okay.
But he targets elderly women, and he shits himself when he sneezes.
He's He's a 0. He might as well be an old person living in the home with them, shitting himself.
Hey, but he's a 10.
No.
Like, he's like, I mean, like Henry Cavill. He looks like Henry Cavill.
But
he
every
targets
time
old
he's...
women. And then when
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the sneeze for me. It's the shit for me.
It's the snart.
It's the snart. Immediately. Can you imagine? Just, we're out at dinner.
Oh my God, in the middle
And
of
then
your most delicious Italian food.
He's delivering these because serial killers are very what is that word?
Sensual.
Yeah. So he's like really laying it on. I'm getting like
He's
plump.
holding your hand.
Yeah. He's really telling me my nipples are getting hard from this conversation. It's getting real nice.
He's doing the fettuccine in the
Yeah.
fork. He's spinning it and he's about to hand it to
you.
And then he sneezes.
And then he's like, and then all of a sudden shit is running down the chair.
And then you peek over and you see it up his shirt from the back.
Like
you
fucking baby in a
that
diaper.
Smell, that pungent,
You
vapid,
could be
hot
You
June
could
diarrhea
be fucking
stank.
the hottest thing on earth. I don't even care about the grandma killing. I probably won't know that until 3 months in. And I would be so into that dick that I'll probably forget about it. But I will never forget about that shit. You were 0. I'll turn you into the police myself. And I'll put a diaper on you and say, come get this child.
What's his crime? He's a serial snarter.
Killer.
And he might have killed an old bitch or two, but he shit himself while we were eating. And he sneezed on my fettuccine, the fucker.
So I can't eat my food or eat in the spot where I was eating.
And every time I look at him, I just smell it.
I mean, hey, what if that's how they catch the killer?
Oh my God. Just shit everywhere.
Yes, because he shitted and then they somehow got some DNA, whatever. And they got like a poo sample and then he did it again. At another location and the poo samples were the same. I don't even know if this is how this works, if there's DNA in poop, but
I think there is.
I mean, the consistency is the same.
If he snorts and basically
then
sharts, doesn't that mean like he could like get a hemorrhoid or like rip his ass?
I'm feeling like the asshole's open at this point.
Oh,
it's
so
like
he's a bottom too.
That would be the problem right there. I couldn't be with him because he's gay. Duh. Case solved.
He's a -5 now.
No, yeah. He's a 10 for a gay person, but not for a straight. Well, I'm not really even straight, but.
Unless you're into like poo play, then he's perfect.
What is it called again?
A scat play? Oh my gosh. Okay, go.
All right. He's a 10.
Mm-hmm. Describe him
but
to me.
He's very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Very handsome.
Like Witcher, hot, dreamy, a little bit of long hair.
Ooh.
He wears a t-shirt around you a lot, and you don't realize it. But when you guys go to fuck, and he takes his clothes off, he's very hairy, which you're okay with, until he turns around, and his back hair is braided.
Braided?
Braided.
Like locks?
Like Rapunzel braided. It's very hairy.
He's an 8, because I feel like I could convince him to wax it.
He can't. It's part of his religion and his family, and for some reason he just can't get rid of the hair.
Okay, so he's a 4, because he might have good dick still.
He might be a beast in the bed with all that hair.
Honestly, Belle's coming to the throne. Fuck that flower. You're fucking this flower. Look, my rosebud.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's a 6 now.
I mean, you have something to hold on to.
Oh, I'm just picturing it braided. It's on his back, so it's not that hard, so it probably smells a little funky.
I mean, you could put
Okay, he's back to a 4 now.
you could put some essential oil on his hairs.
Girl, essential oils ain't cleaning that matted shit. The fuck?
It's turning into dreads now.
Girl.
Can you imagine? Like, someone had to have braided those because you can't braid your own back hairs.
Girl. His mom.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's another one for you. He's a 10, but
He's attached to his mom at the hip.
he breastfeeds still.
Well, I wouldn't know about... Oh, what if he did it in front of me?
At dinner, you meet the mom for the very first time, and dessert comes and you guys get a cake. And he goes, you know what would go great with this?
Okay.
Some milk. And
Let's
Mama
say-
pulls out her tit, and he sucks.
And he gives you an ultimatum. Say you still love him and you figure this out. What is he at right now to you?
I mean, he was a 10, and then once I saw him sucking his mom's tit, he's definitely a 2, because I'm still thinking about that dick and stuff, because I wouldn't have been with him without it. I mean, we've been together for a while. I'm just now meeting the mom.
Okay. So what if he gives you an ultimatum and he says, babe, I want you to move in with me. I have my own place. But he doesn't live with his mom. But she does come over a lot. What if he's like, you're like, no, I don't want you to hang out with your mom anymore. Okay, if my mom doesn't come over anymore, I want to breastfeed on you then. Like, he wants you to produce milk for him.
How about his mom? How about his mom can package that breast milk for him, and we'll store it in the fridge?
Get you a delivery. No, he likes it skin to skin.
Well, I'm not producing.
He can start suckling.
Am I going to put a tube and have some 2% milk?
Can bet you a gallon behind you.
Just tape it to my back.
Particularly cold.
Like my heart, bitch. Keep sucking. I don't know, because I really am into
You are. I mean, you
so-
could like that. I mean, he's back to his 6 now. If he gave you that ultimatum.
But he's going to leave his mom alone?
Yeah, he's willing to leave her alone.
I just don't know how I'm going to produce milk for him, though.
You could learn.
Start taking some medications
Yeah.
to get me lactating. I don't know. He's a 6.
Oh my god. Well, there you go, you guys. Christina is
At
willing.
this point,
Ladies,
I'm desperate.
ladies, gentlemen,
He's a 6.
if you like that milk, Christina's willing to try.
Oh, I'll start working on it for you boys. Or girls.
Just one night, just nothing yet.
I'm just going to get the suction
little-
cup things. I'm just going to see what comes out.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Ooh.
Just kidding. No.
Ooh.
Kidding. I have standards. I would left his ass as soon as I saw that mom popping out her tit.
Honestly, though. Okay. He's a 10, but he's constantly asking you where you're going, even though you pay for your own car and your own bills. He says it's because he cares for you and he wants to make sure that you're safe all the time. And he feels that you should have a joint bank account.
And 0, we're never together. Yeah, no, that's red flags, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
I got one for you. Okay. He's a 10, but he has a fetish,
Oh.
which when he first brought it up, you were open to it
Uh-huh.
until you went over to his place.
Oh. Oh no.
And you go into the bedroom,
No, Avi.
and there's a life-size crib. And he's dressed up as a baby, and he's whining, and he says, "Mommy, my diaper's full."
Okay, that is an instant, I'm running away. Calling the cops. You
That's like
need
an active
psychiatric
fetish.
help.
People love that shit. They love taking care of someone like that, like wiping their ass and everything. It's so fucking weird. I saw a thing about it and I was like, man, people are fucking strange. I would never. I'd be walking out of that apartment.
Okay, I got one
Screaming.
more for you.
Okay.
This will be my last one. He's a 10.
But,
He's a vampire.
okay, he's a 20.
But he feasts on newborn babies.
How hot is he?
Mm,
Are we talking Nicolas Cage? Morbius?
I would
Twilight?
have to say he's a 10 in the personality realm. He's probably about in between, I want to say in between Bella Lugosi mixed with Bill Skarsgård. But guys.
Wait, like, which, Compton?
Oh, I'm sorry, not Bill Skarsgård. Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, okay.
Eric. But
He doesn't have to
feasts-
kill them. He just has to feed on them.
I don't know. I wasn't there when he did it. But not only does he have to feed on newborn babies, he wants to sacrifice your first newborn baby so that he may live forever and turn you into his bride. But it's the thing that you'll have to do too.
I don't think I could kill my own child. I can't just sacrifice some of the baby's blood and we live forever. I have to kill my own child that I have with him. That I just won't get pregnant. And then, unfortunately, I won't live forever.
But
with
he
him.
wants it, so he's going to try.
How do they even have active semen?
Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't there. You're going to have to tell me.
Maybe I can, when he feeds on one of the children, I can find one that's almost dead and say it's ours. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'll kill him myself.
Okay. Okay.
After a good fuck. And then I kill him myself.
Just give me that tick one more time.
Yeah.
Suck on these
Just
nipples.
one more. A little biting won't hurt. I mean, it will, but I'll survive.
Oh, man. Wow. Holy shit.
All right.
Red flags in a partner. Since we just brought that up.
Yeah.
What's the immediate one that you think of?
I hate when guys like gaslight you or come in with that big dick energy where they're very controlling and they try to make you feel small. Immediately, you're gone. Big red flag. Waving in my face. Can't ignore it.
Ooh, big red flag for me. People who can't say excuse me.
You actually know someone who can't say excuse me?
I work with a
Wow.
lot of assholes that don't say excuse me even though they clearly got in my way. And I'm like, excuse me, even though
I feel
they
like
got
it's some
in my
like
way.
entitled shit.
And it pisses me off and I'm like, red flag, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, I say excuse me to everyone. And if I miss it, I turn around and I say, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shit, I'll say it when it wasn't me, it was them to prompt them to say I'm sorry.
Exactly. Like, excuse me. Like,
I'm
hello.
like, excuse you. I mean, excuse me. Side eye.
Red flag, red flag. Ooh, guys with loud cars.
Small dick. I hate when I'm driving home and they rev that shit. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, your pee-pee's small.
Oh, look at the baby.
Oh, look at the little toddler baby. Oh, I have a booster seat in my back if you want to take a ride with me.
And I'm sorry, you may be packing like a dangling and whatnot, but the moment you do that, your dick loses like 6 inches
Immediately.
instantly. Like, no. That's another red flag for you.
Um,
And it doesn't even have to be men. It can be women too. Even for like serial killer things or like things that like bother you that like I don't want to be friends with you. Because obviously those could lead to a partner.
yeah.
Those people.
I mean, the biggest one for me that I've actually ended relationships because I'd be having a conversation with them and I'm actually like going through something and I bring it up and they immediately like start talking about themselves and what they're going through. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. We all have stuff that we're going through, but when someone's coming and talking to you, that's not the opportunity that you take to
Turn it
make it
towards
about
yourself.
yourself. And that's always been my biggest thing with men and women, dating or not dating. Like, yeah, it's just, it's a way of saying that my feelings aren't valid. That's how it comes across when I'm trying to talk about something and you're like, oh, well, yeah, but I'm going through this and I'm doing that. And then my, like, biggest thing is when I'm having a conversation with someone and they're not listening to my words, they have a sentence or something to follow up, or like they have arsenal in the bag and they're ready to shoot. That means they're not paying attention to anything that I'm saying or just said, and that they're just ready to be on the defense. And I'm immediately like, red flag, goodbye. Conversation terminated.
For sure. That's always that's an ick too. It's such an ick. Like even when you're like just talking about it and they get defensive talking about it, like they could bring up the situation and they could be complaining about it. They're like, I don't understand why the situation about it. Like if they're telling me this and I picturing the conversation, I get the ick from them and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to talk to you. 'Cause like how do I know you're not going to get defensive with me and try like I don't know, like fighting me or something like that, because that's not how the vibe is.
Yeah. Or even like my recent red flag, like when you tell someone no and they don't listen to you.
Yeah, no is a full sentence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No is two.
No, I'm not sorry. No is a full sentence.
Never. You never have to be sorry for stating
No.
no. Yeah. So they just come off pushy, and I'm like, oh, immediate red flag block. Not happening.
Oh, when people use slang words like the N word in their common
Oh, I
conversation.
thought you were meaning like when people are like, deaf, BRB, let me go check it out.
No, no, no. I'm talking about like when Mexicans always say the N word. Like, what's up, mud? And then it's like, can you not? You're not black. And even then, I feel like not that I should be speaking, but like, black people shouldn't even be continuing that word usage. Like
I know the few people I talked to about it, they say it's like they
them
gave,
reclaiming it.
yeah,
or
they gave
something.
the power back to themselves, but you're literally using a term that was derogatory towards your people.
And you're embracing a stereotype. Like,
Yeah.
you're okay. So
Like some things need to die,
yeah,
and that word is one of them.
don't let it forget it, but
Yeah.
don't use it as a
It shouldn't be
term of
a
endearment of any
or
sort.
lyrics in a song,
Yeah. So,
constant songs over
but
and over again.
it's such an ick when I hear those Edgars and the ones with the bowl cuts, those Mexican guys that are always like, blah, 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 and they say that word and just in their comments, and I'm like, why do you keep saying the N word? You're not black.
I think they use it in a way of showing that they're like badasses
Hard
or something.
like
Yeah.
that. And it's like, no, you're not. You look fucking what's that word? You look
Ignorant.
ignorant. You look ignorant as fuck.
Yeah. I was
And
about to
it's
say ignorant.
ignorant. Oh my gosh.
And then that would make me ignorant.
Yeah. Another red flag. People who always bring up their financial wealth in conversations
Ugh.
to like prove their worth.
Yeah.
Like, I make more money than that person. Like, ugh, they're not even nothing.
Or-
I have like 50 grand in my bank account.
Or when they talk about like how great, like hard worker they are, or how great they are at sex.
Exactly. Or like the people that are like, man, this new generation, like, I used to work 40 hours in a day or some shit. And it's like,
Or even parents who are like, I had to walk through snow
Or
with no
like-
shoes on to
or the-
school.
or what is
I'm
that?
like, Jesus.
Oh, that parent stereotype where they have to like, what is it? Well, because I got spanked, my kid has got to get spanked. No. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, because I used to scrape my knees. This kid needs to scrape his knees. Or like, I used to get bullied. These kids need to get bullied. And it's like, no, that's what? That makes no sense. That's just you reliving the trauma and passing the trauma on. You need to learn to cut ties with that shit. Get therapy.
Not only that, but I've always felt that you go through things, and I feel like everyone should teach other people how to deal with things. So, for example, let's say, like with me and my trauma, like I went through a lot of stuff, and instead of being like, oh, poor me, when we were in high school, I talked to a lot of people that were having the same issues. And I told them like my story, and they would tell me theirs, and I would help them. But I wouldn't have been like my red flag, where I'm like, oh well, you're just getting the ick from your stepdad. He didn't even touch you or rape you. I never did that shit. 'Cause that's just fucking ridiculous. Like, why would you diminish someone else's...
Demean anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's icky.
I don't even care if you get the wrong feeling. You need to talk about it. So it's always been my standpoint on it. So when guys do shit like that, I'm like, red flag, bye. Well, what about some green flags?
Ooh, green flags. And a partner in general.
In general, people, partner,
Okay.
what do you, when you look at something and you go, oh my god, yes.
People that say, excuse me.
I knew you were going to say that.
People that hold the door for others.
So, yes, but I did have a strange interaction on my birthday with Sam. We were going...
That was so quick.
I know, we were going through the freaking shops, and one of them was Dollar Tree, and there was this half naked, his beer belly was sticking out, and he was just holding the door waiting for us to get out of our car to come inside. And my sister's like, oh, I'm waiting on my sister so you can go. And then I came up because he was slow. I think he was a little drunk. And he goes, this sister? And because he was telling my sister, like, come on, girl, get in here, come on. And I didn't see that part. I was getting trash out of the car because I always pick up trash, and I wanted to try to keep it clean. So I didn't see that part. She told me it afterwards. But I just came up and I was like, I saw the situation afterwards. I was like, oh my god, thank you. And then Sam was just like, yeah. And then when we went inside, she goes, that was freaking weird. And I was like, why? What happened? And she was like, you didn't see any of that? And then she told me, and I was like, oh no, I just came up and the door was open. I was like, I'm oblivious. She's like, yeah, he was just like, get in here, girl. Come on, move it.
Okay,
and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, not reading the environment or room and being persistent is very much a orange flag.
Orange flag.
Orange, almost red. Like
Yeah.
brick orange. Or brick orange. Red brick orange.
Burn it. Burnt red. Burnt
red.
orange.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is some instances where I do agree with you, but after what happened, not all nice things are really meant to be nice.
Yeah.
It's very hella weird.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think it is nice when people do hold the door for each other. I mean, I do it when I'm leaving the gas station.
What I
I'll
mean
open
is,
the
like, if
door.
there's someone behind you, like 2 or 3 steps behind, and you catch the door for them, or like not running up and opening the door specifically for them, that's like an ego thing.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, don't do that. Do you have a green flag? It can even be like the biggest thing or like the littlest thing.
I like when people say bless you when you sneeze.
Me
Some
too.
people have a problem with it.
I understand that, but also I get why people still say it, even though, like, I have a lot of friends that, because I had that exact conversation with one of my coworkers back when I worked at Dollar Tree, and I was like, I know you're not religious, I'm sorry I said that. And he's like, no, he's like, I get it. He's like, it's a term of endearment, and it's just kind of like saying, like, kind of like a good health to you or something like that.
Yeah, that's how I think of it. I don't think of like, oh, bless you, my child.
It's not a religious thing. It's more like, oh, bless you. Like,
It's like
kind
a
of like,
courtesy thing.
yeah, because you sneeze. And it's like
Yeah.
showing care.
Yeah. I would even make a joke about it back in the day. Because this one girl, she would cough and it sounded like a sneeze. So I started saying, cough you. And she would get so annoyed with me. And I didn't realize that I still remember that. And I was in my first class ever in college. And someone had coughed. And they did it kind of like her, where it was a sneeze. And I was like, bless you, cough you. And the girl just stared at me and she goes, I coughed. And I was like, cough you. And she was just like, okay. And I was like, oh, they're not going to get my humor here.
You're like lame.
Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
People who follow our podcast and like
it's definitely
like
a
our
green flag.
podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like, follow, subscribe, give us listener stories, good vibes.
Sending
Good
us
vibes all around.
thumbs up or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, following our Facebook.
And once our Patreon is up, following that, or maybe OnlyFans.
Haven't decided yet. No, seriously
buying
though.
some feet pics.
I would definitely have to say when they bring up something from not like a bad memory or like in conversation, but just memorizing certain things.
Oh, like when they remember the small things, like let's say for example, when Greg asked me what my favorite Disney princess was, and without a beat, before I even said it, you said Belle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? How do you know that? Like that stuff. Green flag.
What else is it? Like, I don't know, this is so stupid. I told you about this, but one morning Greg was taking me to work, and we were driving by the road, and there was this loose tire on the side of the road, and I was like, "Hey, babe, you need a tire?" And we giggled, and then he's like, "What?" He's like, "You want to chew it?" Because I told him the joke how when I was younger, I used to bite the tires off.
Yeah.
build the cars, and I used to chew them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. It made me laugh so hard because I told him that like 2 weeks before, and then I was just dying because it just all rolled back
Because you
together.
just remembered and it just like popped in your head and you're like, what the fuck?
And he made fun of me at the same time, but I don't know. It was just that little wit and the speed at which he brought it up, and I was like, holy shit. And it just floored me. I was dying for like the good next 2 hours. Ugh.
Y'all should have picked it up. It would have been funny.
It's our memory tire. See the
It's
teeth
just
marks?
it's just gonna lean there.
But yeah, that was a definite green flag for me from Greg that he remembered that, and it's just so funny because he knows how I like to make fun of myself.
You do. Oh, that's so funny. I know, that's like the biggest green flag. I just love when people remember the small things.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't realize it, and then when they bring it up, you're just like, what?
Oh, you actually
oh my God, you care about me.
You think about me.
Yeah, and that's in the sense of not just partners, but like friends, acquaintances, yeah. Hell, even like people that you work with. Which I get surprised sometimes. I'm like, oh, I brought that up like a month ago.
Honestly. I had a good friend of mine. I was telling them about something going on, and they brought up the podcast immediately. And then I was like, oh, thank you. That's so sweet. It's not like I wasn't talking about it for like months, but it was like really kind of them. And so yeah, it was really sweet. And then
Yeah, I know. I this alone, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, nobody's ever really decorated a birthday party like this for me. The closest one was at work, like I want to say 3 years ago or so. Laura made a cake, or no, she bought a cake and then she got some balloons.
Aww.
Yeah, that was the only time. Every other time it's been like that other person themed. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you share your birthday with someone. But this was really sweet. It was just like, just for me. And I thought that was so sweet. I loved it.
Nah.
Green flag.
You're taking all of these balloons home. I'm sorry, but we're putting them on your car. You're just gonna be down the road.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Balloons
definitely
flying everywhere.
taking Dolly's face. The rest, we can pop.
Oh, those are gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's too much room for your RV.
I know. Can you imagine? Like, my head already almost touches the ceiling. That's going to hit my face every morning if I hang that up in my ceiling. Because they're only 6 feet high.
Okay, one more green flag from us both. A green flag, definitely for me, is when people actually do a message or call you back when they say, they're like, I'll message you when you get home.
Like I just started doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm really bad at it. I keep forgetting I don't share location with you like I do other people.
Yeah, I'm not a stalker like everyone else.
Which, you know, I am fine with sharing my location with people. The only thing is with certain people, like they kind of just stalk where you're going and stuff, and they're like, "Why are you over there? Why are you?"
I don't like when people are like using that against you, like
yeah, and
using it as an argument piece.
And here's the thing, you can fucking look and see where I'm at, and be like, "Oh, I wonder what." Like I did that the other day when I saw that my friend was at a restaurant that I really liked on my birthday, and I was like, "Why the fuck are you over there and you didn't even ask me to go eat dinner with you or whatever?" Like that shit pissed me off, but at the same time I'm like, I didn't verbalize like that I wasn't doing anything, but again at the same time it's my birthday and I shouldn't have to verbalize that I'm doing anything. But I was just like, why ask me what I'm doing when I tell you I'm about to be home and then you don't follow it up with anything, and when I go look, you're at or near a restaurant that I like, and instead of asking me to join you, you're just like there and I'm at home. And I was like, that's really shitty. But that's a red flag. Just kidding.
That's an orange flag.
That's an orange flag. It's a beige flag. They had that going on.
Oh, yeah, the beige flag.
The beige flag. I don't even know if it's bad or good.
Beige flag is the weird.
Yeah.
Definitely the weird, like,
I
is
just
it?
saw it on TikTok today. And I was like,
Oh, a red
beige
flag
flags.
for me is double dipping your chips.
Okay, here's the thing. If
Unless
it's my own bowl,
Unless
yeah,
it's my own
I'm
bowl.
gonna say if it's my own bowl, I can dip 500 times. But yes, if it's a community bowl, it's a 1. But if you're gonna double, you need to turn
that chip around.
Yeah, don't put your saliva in our communal bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually will ask for like a spoon, or I'll have spoons, and I just scoop and put it on my chip.
Okay, one more green flag for me. When people consider you when they're getting something for themselves.
Yes, I was just about to say that before you brought up this one. I was like thoughtless acts. Like when you go out.
Like, okay, here's my big green flag that I have. Every time I go to get ice cream, I'm always like, well, what would Greg want too? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't I see Greg? I'm like, hey, what do you want? And he's like, I want ice cream. I'm like, ugh, really? I'm getting ice cream. Don't you want ice cream? You're going to see me eat ice cream. You better get some ice
You
cream.
always do that, yeah.
And I always eat ice cream. I love ice cream, even though I'm lactose intolerant. I'm always shitting myself. I'm always blowing up the toilet.
Just don't sneeze. Red
Killer.
Definitely a 0. He's not a 10.
But yeah, okay. Another green flag from you.
Okay, one last green flag. When people are kind to animals.
Oh, yes. Precious babies.
Mm-hmm. Because it's so easy to just like, I know I do it sometimes. We don't have to talk about me. But they like...
Don't bring this up.
They like push their dog, or they're like, hey, get away. Which I do sometimes because my dog annoys me. But she also like loves me. So I don't do it often. It's just like when I'm super annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when you see, like I've saw one time, a bird was really hungry, so I gave it some food for my plate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do that too. I'm like, oh, poor bird.
The squirrel was like all over my table, looked thirsty as hell, so I kept filling up the little bottle cap and pushing it to the other side of the table because I was like, I don't want to get too close to you.
Excuse me, got
I literally
rabies or
had
something.
I literally had my pen. I went like this, and then I would wait for it to finish, and I'd be like, and I filled it up again.
Just snatched it back.
Yeah, and then just in general, like besides wildlife, pets, yeah, it's a green flag for me. Because think about it. How would you feel when I come in instead of going straight for my nephews and living up on them? I'm just like, it's a cat.
Yeah, I'd be like, get out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be
Or
like,
like,
so you're just gonna pass up my sons and just like not say anything to them?
or like when they come in my space and
And
I don't
you'd, like,
have food
shove
and
them
stuff,
off.
and instead of doing what I usually do, which I'm like, oh my god, you're so precious, love, 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 until I need to get up. Instead, I'm like, ew, off.
Oh my god, that just brought up a memory. Like a hardcore memory. Sky, our first cat we both had,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
she was like an older cat, and we were having food outside, and my parents were the kindest people in the moment to invite our neighbor over who was by himself. His wife was in Mexico to come eat food with us. And we were eating outside, we were grilling, we had beans and whatnot, and they served him a plate. He sat down. Sky goes up to him, and she simply rubs up on him. He kicks the fuck out of Sky, and she like jets and bangs her head on the picnic table, and I just looked up at him, and I wanted to stab him in the fucking eye. He pissed me off, and my dad was
Throat
just,
stab.
I was just like,
Immediate.
did you just kick my fucking daughter, you piece of fucking shit? Like, I got so heated, and I looked at both my parents, and I'm like, are y'all gonna say anything? And they didn't say shit, and they kept talking. I'm just like, I had to get up and go to my room, and I went and made sure Sky was okay, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I got heated. I wanted to
I would have
snatch
been
that
like,
food from him and been like, no, you do not treat.
no, I'm a reactionist. So if I saw that, I would have immediately
Mm-hmm.
popped him in the face and be like, did you like that? Did you like that,
Exactly.
big boy? Next time I'll kick you.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Don't ever put your body on my animals or my children or nothing.
and I'm like,
You're
are
a
you-
guest in this house. I'll kill you.
And it just like, I got so heated the way he
I
just
hate
like,
that your parents didn't say nothing.
exactly. But then again,
Because
I
you were a
can't say-
kid.
Exactly. What am I gonna do? What could I do?
Oh, I still would have hit him.
Honestly, though, I should have.
I would have at least yelled. I may have not have been a physical person, but as soon as you did something I did not like,
You'd have been like, hey, or
I'll like
something.
scream about it and then go cry.
Mhm.
Because I was still a pussy.
But it just irked me the way I saw her like fly and bang her head. Like I like got
I
so
would've lost my shit.
heated. Like I was like, oh my god, like that's my baby, like right there. I love her so much. That was my first cat that we both had, and she peed on you.
Yes, I love that. It bonded us.
But yeah, that was like my
You know that was good luck. Okay.
honestly. Okay, what's next?
Okay. Keeping them on red?
Ooh, what is a good moment, or what is something worth keeping someone on red? What is a sentence that will keep them on red?
I mean, it kind of goes to the red flags too. Like if they said something, like,
Or didn't say something?
or didn't say something. Or my favorite is when, which we're going to kind of talk about things like this, but when I'll literally have a conversation with someone and I give them this whole fucking paragraph and they'll give me one word and they put a period at the end. No, period, or okay, period.
Or just K,
okay,
the letter K,
period.
period.
I'd be like, I'm just gonna leave you on red.
Rude as fuck.
Yep. Another would be like, if we're in the middle of an argument and like even texting, and they keep stating the same stuff, and I'm like, there's not gonna be no resolution. I'm just gonna leave your ass on red for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also like, which I have it with my coworker, Like, she'll be talking to me about something. Like, for example, on my birthday, she was talking about something else. And I was just like, I really don't want to talk about this, especially on my birthday. So I just kept her on red. And then I answered her the next day.
As you should. I mean, you're not working.
Yeah, I was like, nah. And then that's another too. When people text you that you work with, like, and they're like, I need you to go open that email and do this. I'm like, I'm at home. Red.
Yeah. Period.
Period.
Okay, here's another one. When certain things have been outplayed, whether it be an argument, whether it be a joke that's been ran completely into the dirt, do you think it's okay to leave them on red when they bring it up again?
I mean, I've done it. And it's usually the argument part. It's the same fight over and over again. And I'm thinking, why again are you texting me about this? We literally just saw each other and we could have had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Red.
It's another thing to leave them on red. When bosses try and talk to you on your day off.
Yeah, that's what I was
After
saying.
work.
They're like, hey,
Or
go do this.
When,
I'm like, oh.
Or you brought it up earlier, when people try and act like your boss.
Oh, yeah. And they go and tell you, oh, you need to do this, and that. And I'm like, you're the same as me. You're not my boss. I was like, I'm going to leave you on red.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to not answer that part and I'm going to go back to the previous conversation.
Exactly. That one, like, pissed me off. I was just like, really?
You should have seen my face when I was reading it. I was like,
Okay,
like last episode, the audacity.
The audacity.
The audacity.
The audacity. That's going to be the name of this this pod episode of BTD. The audacity.
The audacity of some bitches.
Okay, one more.
Do you think if you don't have a proper answer for something, leaving them on red, or should you even open the message?
Oh, okay. Would you say, I mean, I know people have been put in this difficult situation before, because I have too. Someone is constantly threatening self-harm and to unalive themselves, and you answer them, you try and understand them, you try and reason with them, and you try and help them through it, but they keep saying it to the point that you've said all you could.
At that point, you're just feeding it, and they're not going to do anything. They just want the attention.
Is it okay to leave them on red at that point?
Honestly, I'd put them on silent.
I don't want to bring too much of it, but I had to do it with an old friend that we had, and I just had to block them, unfriend them, and just entirely remove them from my life, because it was every day something different, and they were always complaining. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, you can complain, but if you're not doing anything to suffice, and if you're not trying to find something else, solution, if you're not willing to help yourself in that certain way, then it starts becoming toxic and weighs heavy on the other person. And it's like, I have to cut ties with you, because clearly I'm not here to help, how do you say, suture your wound, if that would make sense. I'm here as a reasoning to keep it open.
Or sometimes those people will look at certain people as, you need to fix me, and it's not about another person fixing you, it's about them fixing themselves. Because how are you going to stick with the change? I used to say this all the time when I would go and help people organize, because I would go to their house and I'd help them organize and clean, especially people I used to work with in the hospital. And I'd be like, you need to be present in here, you need to be step by step helping me with this, not only to go through to make sure I don't get rid of things that have sentimental value, but so you can see how big this problem is, and you can find a solution on what to do in the future so this problem doesn't come back again. Because I'm not your mother, I'm not going to come in here and clean your
mess up every time something happens. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do that, then you need to pay a professional to come in and clean, and you can make all the mess in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if you really want a lifestyle change and not come back to this clutter, it's way deeper than you just obtaining objects. It's something else. So I would always have them like do that with me, and then I'd talk to them and be like, how did you get this bad? How did it start? What events happened to make you get to that point? And then we like talk it through. I've done it for at least like 6 or 7 people,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a lot. And then, not that people change, but I was helping people with all these advice and stuff, and then it gets to the point where you're like, I really need to work on myself.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And not since because, it's the blind leading the blind. It's some people do get in a space in their time in their life where stuff comes up and they need to work on it. And it could be something that they've already worked on in the past, but something happened, something triggered something, life changes occur, space is different, things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But in like your case, if you're not going to make any change and you're just going to keep bringing up the same stuff, it's like you're wanting someone else to fix your problems for you, and it's not going to happen.
I mean, I know I shouldn't think this way, but I also feel like it was a situation of they liked the pity.
Okay, yeah. Probably.
And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to
They
throw you a pity
liked
party.
the attention.
Yeah, the
They
attention,
wanted
the pity
the
party.
attention.
And I'm sorry, I'm not that person for that. I'll help you as much as I can. But the moment it starts bothering me and I'm like, I see your message and I'm like, I already know. I'm sorry. No.
Always prioritize your health over someone else's, because it's not just because in the end you only have yourself, but you only have one life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no person, not even a brother or sister or mother and father, whose life prioritizes over yourself. You should always make yourself priority because it's your life. No one else is going to live it for you. And it can be as long or short as you make it. So this friend, if he chooses to make his life short, then that's his choice. And you, as a spectator of what's happening, you already put down your foot and you said, or you didn't say anything, but your actions did, with, I'm not responding to this, I'm not giving you that attention that you're craving for this. What you do is what you do. I remove myself from that. And you're okay with that. So they have to be okay with the decisions they make. Which a lot of times, in my experience, working in the hospital, is that people will make those decisions and they aren't okay with it. And for them, thankfully, they can change. But unfortunately, for some people, which we've seen videos, we've seen pictures, we've heard it on the news, but people make those permanent decisions that they can't take back. The one that still gets me is the little girl that was actively saying how she was being bullied and making those Facebook lives or something like that, and she went and did a Facebook live or YouTube or whatever, and hung herself. And it took them 4 hours to her family to figure it out. Yeah, that one stuck with me. I thankfully did not actually get to was seeing the live, and I heard about it in the aftermath before they took it down. But I saw like clips of it and I was just like, oh, that is so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So be aware of what people are saying around you, but also be mindful of how far you go in it. So I think you made the right decision.
Yeah.
Even though it was probably very hard.
What's one from you?
Oh,
One more red flag. Or not red flag. What to leave them on red.
leave them on red. When you have a conversation with someone and like the situation I had, you make a firm no and y'all are having this whole separate conversation and shit happens. And then an hour goes by and then they give some stupid comment like, I'm at work bored or whatever. Like something random that has nothing to do with like what you were talking about or doing. And then all of a sudden, like y'all guys were having like an intense conversation and then all of a sudden he's just making some stupid comment an hour later. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to keep you on red as I block you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
But for other people that I have that with that are actually like friends, I'm like, okay, we're going to be avoidant. So am I. Red.
Yeah.
I'm not answering that. Things that people say that irk you. And we wrote down some comments. And my biggest one is when someone says, noted, period. And it all stemmed from one incident.
Oh my gosh, the hand, the finger.
The finger. One incident. And since then, I have seen some other people do it. And I'm like, ooh, bitch, you on my list. So let me get started.
Yes, begin.
Where was this? Roughly 4 years ago. I was working at a job. I had a manager. Short-lived manager, but I had a manager. And I asked off for a certain amount of time for a wedding. And I was at said wedding. And I thought, I think I can make it into work. Because they asked me to forego one of my days off because they were short. And being still new to the company, I was like, I'm going to try my best. But after having some drinks, I thought, let's be smart about this. So I called night shift and I was like, I know I said I was going to come off of my PTO early to help out, but I had more drinks than I thought. I'm 2 hours from where my job would be, and I kind of have to stay here. I can't drive tonight. In which they responded, oh, okay, yeah, no, they should be fine. They have a blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, so I'll just keep my time off. Then I get a message from said manager stating, I don't know what you need to do, but your ass better be at work. That's how she worded it. And I responded back, excuse me? I don't think I heard that right. And she said, you are expected to be at work at whatever time. You will be there. And I said, no ma'am. If you look back, I asked off for that day. However, I said I was going to try to make it in because I know that they were short, but I did ask off completely in advance. So I technically have off. Y'all should not have taken off my PTO yet. And she said, no, that date was taken off and you were put on the schedule, so you're expected to come in. I was like, well, then I'm calling off. I'll use a sick day. You can't use a sick day. I was like, yes, I can. I'm allowed a certain amount, and here's my sick day. Well, you can't use your sick day because you're not sick. You told me it's because of the wedding. You're not, and my response was, you can't legally ask me what it is. I told you that I'm sick. In which she responded to me, noted, period. Woo! Ah! I may have had some drinks in me. I wanted to say some shit. She then proceeds to call my phone. 10 minutes after that, mind you, I'm at a wedding. It's about midnight now. About hit midnight. This girl is calling me. I didn't want to get into more trouble, so I was nice enough to answer it. Mind you, there's DJ music in the background. I tried to go into the bathroom where it was a little bit more quieter, but you could still hear everything. I said, this is Christina. How can I help you? In which she responded back to me with, so you're coming into work, right? I was like, I already told you that I called in sick. I'm not coming into work. Shouldn't even answer this phone call, but I'm trying to be nice. Because I thought maybe I needed to sign something, or you didn't get my message. I don't know. In which she said, pretty much threatened me. And she said, in a corporate nice way, we'll resolve this by you coming in tomorrow at a decent time, and I won't write you up. And I was like, well, you shouldn't write me up because I'm using a sick day. I'm sick. And she was like, I'm recording this call and you can hear music in the background. You're not sick. I was like, well, you didn't have permission to record me. I said, I'm going to hang up. in which I did. I hung up on her. And then she texted me like 30 minutes later, and she said, she brought up some stuff because I was still new. She was like, well, technically you're still in the probationary phase or whatever. I think she was just making up this shit. Because I was like, there's no way. Like, yeah, I'm new to this job, but I've been with the same company for almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But she was like, so either way, you need to come in tomorrow. What time works best? And I was like, you fucking kidding me? So then I told my friend, one of my nursing friends, and she was like, I don't know, I feel like she's gonna gun after you. You should just take the bullet. What time do you think? And I was like, well, I have to spend the night here. I'm just gonna guess stop drinking. And then, I mean, we're 2 hours from where my job is. And she's like, okay, well, we were gonna get up around 8 anyways. Maybe he can just get up a little bit earlier. And I had driven with someone, so I wasn't even by myself, so I had to end it early for the other person too, which super sucks. Anyways, I got to work at 10:30, hungover.
And they didn't even need you.
No, another person went home early. As soon as I went in, it was like an hour, and they're like, "Oh, we actually don't need this much staffing," and they sent another person home. And I was like, I'm the one who's picking up extra. And I'm sick. Air quotes. So I was like, okay. But yeah, that was my noted story. And so when I got that, I think I got it like a couple more times after that from other people, I started a list. Of, all right, you're on my noted list.
Uh-huh. Definitely noted, period.
Noted, period. And then that leads me to I hate when people put periods at the end of shit.
Mm-hmm.
When they've never done it before. You put periods, but you do it all the time.
Because I try and correct my English. Because I do full sentences
I know.
and I still don't know English.
But then I know people who never use a period. Ever. Mm-hmm. And then they say something to me. Or we're having like a little tit for tat or whatever.
And then period. And you're like, oh,
they didn't need to put one.
You bitch. You were just trying to be a bitch. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you know me, you know that's my pet peeve.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
What about you?
Literally. When people say literally. Ugh, when people use literally in a sentence. Like, okay, we're talking. Like, me and Jessica were literally right there. Bitch, you were writing that when this happened? Like, you were writing at the moment? Seriously? You were literally, like, it's written in a book somewhere? No. Stop fucking saying it, Jessica. Bethany. Becca. Brittany.
When I say it, it's because we literally just did it.
I hate that. And, okay, I hate it because I used to say it so much.
Yeah, now you say, well, actually.
No, I say.
In actuality.
And I always say it like the goofy way. I'm like, yeah. Actually.
If we're being scientific about it, this is really what happened. It makes me giggle whenever you say that because you know that you're like gung-ho about something and you're like, well, actually.
Actually.
And I'm like, oh yeah? Tell me, Steph, what is it?
Tell me actually what it is.
What is it actually?
But I hate it when people say literally. Like, literally, back up. Like, in a book.
Mine is when people say, well, honestly. And I'm like, so have you been lying to me this entire time?
Exactly.
When I say it, I've said it a couple of times, but when I say it, I feel like it's a proper way of using it. That makes sense.
To be honest, stop. What do you mean, to be honest?
Like when I told you, when you asked me what I was doing in the text message, and I was like, I don't want to lie. So I was like, to be honest, I am crying right now.
I know. I'm like, girl, stop pooping.
So I was like, I don't want to lie. Because anybody else, if they asked me that, I'd be like, I'm in the bathroom shitting or something. So they wouldn't call me.
I'm walking my dog.
Or I would
literally
just
walking my dog.
I would just leave them on red and then in the morning say I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, this is my bestie. So I was like, I'm going to be honest.
You bitch.
Yeah.
So you were lying to me before.
That is how I use it in a sentence. A sentence should not start with, well, honestly. It should start as, to be honest. And it's not saying I lie all the time in that context. It's saying
Honest.
I don't want to tell you this, but I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say, well, to be honest, I'm like, do you lie every other day? What's going on here?
Okay, things that also people say that irk you. Well, it could be people that use the N word as well
Mm-hmm.
in their typical slang. Or, what's another one? I guess when people have to say,
I hate when people say, like you people.
oh, like you're degrading them to a specific group and that group is inferior to everyone else. Yeah.
Or like them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, who? Normal people?
Exactly. What's another one? Oh, it's hard because I'm not hearing it right now.
Well, maybe some viewers can give us.
Yeah, what words irk you when they say it? Like, it could even be a sentence that people say.
I'm okay with people using abbreviations, but when you do a full sentence with abbreviations, um, either in the sense of like Avi, which I say Avi sometimes, but I do as a joke, but when they say like that with, TTYL, you know, I'm like, can you have like a full conversation with me?
I say Avi all the time. Avi.
Yeah, I know. But when we do it, it's cute.
I do it because I'm pretending I'm like a white bimbo. I'm like,
Yeah.
Avi.
But
Even
the
though
thing,
I'm like a frumpy Mexican.
I kind of, at the same time with this next one, I kind of want to learn them, but it also kind of irks me when people use language that I don't understand in the contents of, like, when they say Gucci, you know? Or, like, these names, these, like, that's
Oh.
Picasso. Like, when they, like, yeah, I will learn it and I'll say it as a joke or whatever, or from just
But
fucking around
it's
with people.
their language.
But it's, yeah, when that's,
It's like their
all
terminology.
that they speak is slang. I'm like, I don't know. Can you speak English, please?
Yeah, I got the irk. Like, what was
You can
it?
tell me in Spanish,
When we
too.
were
I'll
in
figure it out.
2011, I was sucking the dick of a mutual blork.
Mm-hmm.
They were like talking about this group friend they had, and they were like, man, he was hanging out with this one girl, and he's like, man, I'm gonna try and get some dome. I'm like, what? Dome? And I'm like, what the fuck is dome? Like a fucking igloo kind of sort of situation or something? Nah, man, a dome. It's like head, like sucking his dick. And I'm like, you literally could have just said get some head. Like, why do you have to say dome? That's what they say, man. And I'm like, no. Who? Why? And I don't know. When they said that, I was just like, I got
Ugh.
I got
Red
like
flag.
the prickly goosebumps over me, and I wanted to vomit. Red flag, yeah, honestly, red flag.
Ick, red flag. He's not a 10.
Yeah, he's
He's not.
a -5, and he says dome. The fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh, that kind of leads us into our weird sex slang.
Yes. I'm not very
Versed.
versed in this language. You are, so I'll give it to you.
Well, what's the one you recently learned?
The velvet rub what is it? Velvet,
Velvet
rub
rub
down. Is when they take their teeth out and suck your dick.
Velvet rub down. I learned that from Jennifer Coolidge on that one movie. I forgot what it was. Okay, give it a velvet rub down.
I'm gonna give you that sweet velvet rub down. And then I think that's it. You taught me another one.
The
But I'm
rolling
gonna,
brownout.
Yeah, rolling brown out. I was like, I'm gonna say it wrong.
Okay, so I originally thought it was just when a lady squats over someone's chest and takes a dump. No, apparently it's when a partner, male or female, takes a shit while squatting on someone's chest, but they smear it from their chest all the way up to their face.
Face, guys, face.
Literally leaving a trail of feces across their chest up to their mouth.
So they give him a skid mark.
Yeah, and that's a rolling brownout. Ew.
Ew.
Um,
What's that? Was it spider or something? No, what was it? It was some kind of turning one. What was that one that you were talking about yesterday?
turning one?
I can't remember. There was another one that you said last night.
I don't know. I just know about the elephant.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that today. What's an elephant, Stefan?
It's when a partner goes to your testicles and puts their face into it and blows a raspberry.
So motorboats the nuts.
That's an elephant, but you make the noise.
In which you confess to me.
I've done. Without even knowing what it was.
Oh, love.
What's another one? I think they called it iglooing. It's when you freeze a turd in a condom and use it as a dildo.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. That's just disgusting.
Who? Why? Just get a stick and use a condom. Whatever. Have you ever heard of a dirty Sanchez?
No, but you have brought it up before, and I can't remember what it is.
Okay, it's when a guy fingers a girl's butthole and smears the poop on her lip and gives her a mustache, and that's a dirty Sanchez.
Arriba! Oh no! Oh my gosh! I hope they don't make it a short one like a Hitler mustache.
Oh my god! That's a dirty Hitler.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, and the last one that I know is the grossest one, probably. It's an Alabama Hot Pocket.
Oh my god! You told me about this one.
In high
So
school,
gross.
dude.
Alright, go ahead.
So,
I gotta prepare my stomach for this one.
so an Alabama Hot Pocket is when a guy is having sex with his female partner, flips her onto her back and stipples her up on her shoulder, sort of, and pulls out his pee-pee from her punani, proceeds to diarrhea inside her punani, and then ravishes said Hot Pocket punani.
Oh god, it's a yeast infection just brewing.
For both.
Yeah.
The stank.
Her shit's never gonna be the same.
I am traumatized and I wasn't there.
I know.
Oh, and of course, what is it? The Blumpkin.
Oh, it's the Blumpkin.
It's when a guy's taking a poop and a girl gives him head on the toilet.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about that one. That's just... I'm sorry, but...
What the fuck?
She must be desperate for some head, because there's no way.
And of course, the golden shower when you pee on someone.
Yeah, everybody knows that one, though. That one's kind of overplayed.
My grandma did that one.
My grandma does that one. No, not my grandma. Sorry, grandma. My grandma does not do that one. I forgot I have a grandma. Sorry.
Sorry, grandma. Grandpa, don't you tell Christina anything that y'all have done. She does not need that.
Grandma tells me plenty of stories. Just kidding.
Oh, grandpa, you better ask.
Oh my gosh. No, my grandma's had some boyfriends,
Boyfriend.
but she hasn't told me nothing naughty. She just tells me stupid shit she's done, which I think is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, look at that. We're at the 2-hour mark. Well,
Nice. Well, it looks like we have nothing else to talk about, so
that should be it.
I'm excited, not only that I am 21 plus 10, but that I got to spend today with you and Greg, and I've been filled with my heart's desire of both decoration, presents, and food. We haven't even touched the birthday cake yet
I know,
because
we're
we're
so
so full. I'm still digesting.
I've been Deloading.
You've been deloading. Copy paste.
Trademark deload.
Trademark deload. But yeah, I had fun. I'm glad we decided to do this because I know we took a break before the Annabelle thing, and then we were thinking about doing it again. But then we're like, well, fuck it, we can do the Between the Darkness. So
Yeah.
it's a new month.
Oh, and guys, on our last episode, I don't know if you caught it, but we have a theme song.
We have a new intro
Jingle.
for Deeper Into the Dark, not here.
Yeah, not here. Here we're just using our usual one.
Yeah.
That
I find so fun.
Avocado and hash browns, I think, from Bagel.
Yeah.
The Bagel, the artist.
I think it's
from
Bagel. Because he
Epidemic
puts
Sounds.
bagels on his eyes.
He's so cute, though.
He
and I love
is.
his music.
He's so cute.
It's a
We
vibe.
love your music. That's why we use it for our podcast. Well, this one.
Yeah, I'll date you if you want.
We're both open.
For business.
For business.
We will not do any of the sex links we
Yes.
brought up.
Anything that we brought up today, though, will be stricken from future appointments.
Those
So
are
thank
all
you.
red flags, people.
Yeah, red flags. Red flags, people.
I do not want a Crayola on your chest.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Thank you guys for listening.
thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the beginning of your spooky season.
I already put out my Halloween mat.
Yes, I loved it.
She was like, "Are they decorating for Halloween?"
No.
Nope.
I was like, they're either decorating or fucking.
and it wasn't neither. It was Dolly World.
Working 9 to 5. Well, thank you for everything today. And thank you guys for tuning in and listening. And if not, and you skipped it, well, thank you for participating in Deeper Into the Dark.
Send in your stories. Say happy birthday to Christina. Vote on the previous podcast on Spotify and let us know if you think her cup was a bunny or a cat.
Yeah, I'm going to post it. And I still need to post a birthday post. I
Do
never
that too.
did that.
And then, yeah, let us know how we're doing. And we hope you have a wonderful week. And we'll catch you on Deeper Into the Dark. And until next time, love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Mwah. Happy birthday, Christina.
Thank you.
Ah!
21 plus 10.
Love you.
Thanks. Love you. Bye.